Put them on.
What we gonna do right now is go back, way back. Shake, give me your friend. Hey, hey, more. Shake, come on, shake, give me your friend. Hey, because they do the round. Fat girls like do the round. Fat girls, let me see you grind. Fat girls just doing their own thing right there with the fat thing. Fat girls just shaking them thighs. Fat girls don't make it count right.
Excuse me.
Baby.
What's up? I thought you was gonna start hanging out with the big girls again. What is all this trash?
Bitch like that girl, hit the ground, hit it up and hit us up and down. Fat girl just looking so sweet. Fat girl don't make it equal. Fat girl just shake it, don't break. Big girl, let me see you do a spin. Let go, let me see you touch the ground. Shake it up, take shot, back down. Drop me in the house, rock it out. Work it, work it, work it, work it, big girl, 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 big girls like you around. Fat girl keep going, don't quit. Fat girl just move the damn hip. Fat girl get down, don't stop. Fat girl wanna see the pop. Shake it, stop, fat girl, shake it fast. Fat girl nigga wanna see that. Fat girl bounce like a pro. Fat girl don't know what you know. Fat girl shake, see you rip through what? On the web wet, hard pop through. Looks in the house, y'all know the game. Fat girl don't have no shit. Shake that back, bounce to the beat. Fat girl shake it, jiggle at me. St. Louis, back to the top. Like I like to do the rap. Work it, work it, work it, big girl, 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 big girls like do the dance. Hey, hey, more hey. Let me hear you say, hey, hey, more hey. Big girls like do the dance. Shake, work, work, shake, work, shake, work, shake, work, shake, shake, work, shake, shake, work, shake, work, shake, work, shake, up to the ground, to the ground, to the ground, to the ground.
Now sick of this. Now I want to show y'all a real show with the big girls.
Oh, fat girl, part 3. Can't hang with 106 beat. Fat girl know the happen, don't quit. Fat girl run like you own it. Put your hands on your hips and grip it. Now new, I'm gonna look like it off now. Fat girl bring the crew to top the ground. If not, I'ma pull the business down. Fat girl bounce hot, stop tripping. If you do get chicken and hot bitch with a lot of rock, come to the night speed. I really shit get the day in the world G. But fat girl show the boy a shot. Let me see if it's fat or not. Don't put fat girl, y'all like the damn nigga. Let me see y'all do the rap.
I'm sick of it. Where you are? Not ever. Oh, not the Britney Spears. Hey, how you doing?
Big girl, 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 big girl.
Oh, but ain't the little leprechaun. Girl, your beef is so up. You look a mess. All about the big girls. What about the big girls?
Big girl, work it, work it, work. Big girl, work it, work it, work. Big girl, you done suck all the fat off your ass.
Hey man, what you shaking your head for? What you shaking your head for, Streeter? You can't. Don't shake your head, man. Don't shake your head, Streeter. That's what it's all about. Don't shake your head,
you
man.
sucking on ham hock.
You don't like the big girl?
Imagine if you sucking on ham hock.
Hey, look here, man. You already know it's that time of year. It's cold outside. You need your big girl. You gotta have a big girl right now, boss. If you ain't got nothing to hold on to, I told this little skinny lady the other day, look here, baby, you out of season. You need to go get yourself together, baby. You ain't right now. You need something to hold on to.
How big we talking, man? You talking about how big, man? We talking Diva Line big, or you talking nose guard big, man?
Personally, I can't I'm no disrespect to all the big girls out there. I'm just not. I don't do the big girls, man. And I told a big girl this one time before. She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Look, baby, I'm sorry, but I don't. You know, me and the big girls, it's not like me, you know." And that girl told me like, everything looked the same from the back. I was like, "Oh God." She was like, "Look the same from the back." And that girl told me that. I was like, "Boy, hold on. Don't do this to me. I really don't want you, big girl. I really don't want no big girl. Because you will not get a hold of me and then have me hit that thing from the back and then just clobber me up like this and hold on to me and then put them and then feed me like this. Them things coming down from the ground. I just can't see them things coming down from the ground to shower. You know, I like to shower with my girl, Streeter. And they had to pick them things up on the floor like this, and I got to wash them.
She lying. She lying because it don't all look the same from the back. She lying. She made me feel the same.
Oh, so
it don't look the same. It don't look the same.
So you know from experience?
Yeah, man. I remember one time I was in the military, man. One time I was in the military, man, was striking out at the club. I'm in South Carolina, beautiful South Carolina. Little Hicktown, striking out at the club. And this one big girl was hitting on me all night, man. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the night, she said, "Come back to her house." So I went back to her house, man. No, it didn't feel the same. It don't look the same. I woke up that morning, man. I was like, "Man, what my shit at, man? What am I doing, man?" Get up out of here, man. I don't think I never said another word. I don't even remember her name, man.
You feel violated.
Man, I woke up there like, dang, man, she got me, man. I had 2 minutes. What am I doing here, man? With goddamn Bertha.
You felt violated. You felt, hey, listen, hey, let me tell you my big girl story. So I went back. I'm gonna just say I went back to something that was fine before. This many years ago, over 20 years ago. That thing was fine before. And I just I had to go back one more time. And it was all wrapped up nicely as if it was the same as it was before. Don't laugh at me, man. Don't laugh at me. Please don't laugh at me. And that thing was wrapped up in a nice little package saying, "Baby, come on in." So I just knew that the same movie and the moves was going to be happening. That thing laid down in the bed. I came out the bathroom, I had to whipped out, and I'm getting ready to get to bed. One breast was going that way, and another breast was going that way. Laying down there, I was like, "Oh no, hey, Streeter!" I immediately got offended. I was like,
"You got offended?
How dare you set me up, bring me in here, get me naked, and you got all this going on, stomach going one way, this right one over there, that one laying over there." No. I never went back anymore. I pride myself on not doing the big girls because it's not like, I love the big girls, but I mean, my thing go like this when the big girl come out there. It be like this, and then it go, and I ain't got time.
Check this out in the comment section. Check this out. He still dove right in that thing, right off the hot diving board.
No, I did not. No. I had a long conversation with her. I was like, "Why did you do this? Why would you set me up like this? You know better than this. You wasn't like this before. Why did you let your..." I started chastising the woman. I
dove right in that thing head first.
No way. I did not have sexual activities with the big girl. I was like, "It was nice knowing you, sweetheart, but never again. Never again."
I was in there riding that thing, Luke, like a rodeo.
Really?
Woke up,
But
had to
you
take
know
the
that's
walk
what
of shame, man. I woke up like, man, what was I thinking about, man?
But that's what happens, Streeter. At night, when you're in the club, you're getting all tipsy and you're looking around, everything starts looking good. When you have a few drinks in that club, everything starts looking good. Everybody looks beautiful. And then you start looking, and boy, people who came in the club earlier before you start drinking, you was like, nah, no. And then as the night go on, them drinks start getting you start getting a little tipsy, and then you then start thinking. And then the little head start running the big head. When the little head takes over the big head, then it becomes a crash dummy, crash into any and everything. And so for me, I when I get to my limit, I start drinking water because I do not want to end up with something that I'm going to regret in the morning. I really feel like it can be contagious. You know, if I knock down a big girl, it'll end up being contagious. And
It could be contagious, like you fall in love with big girls. Nah, man.
yeah. It'll be like you can't get no more fine girls no more. It'll be like number of big girls. You'll be trying to holler at the fine girl, and then it'll just be like, oh no, they won't even see you. They won't be looking at you. They won't have no love for you. But listen, there are some beautiful big girls. Trust me.
Yeah.
You know, there was some sexy, nice, you know, I mean, there's some things. It's some beautiful big girls and very attractive.
I know, Luke. I have a thing for larger women, not nose guards, like the new defense ends. Like I have a thing for larger women, like the women that can hold their weight. You can't tell how much they weigh. They bigger, they taller. I've always had a thing for like Megan Thee Stallion. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've always had a thing for women like that.
That ain't no big girl.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Other girls call her big. That big
Megan
bitch.
Thee Stallion, that's what you get out of Texas. Everything.
What's the name called? What's the name called? The Sasquatch. Called the Bigfoot.
Ooh.
Nicki Minaj.
Man, Nicki got problems. Nicki got problems. Nicki be hating on anybody. Nicki thinks she should be the only rap girl in the world. Anybody that's rapping and they're female, Nicki think that she's the only rapper. You can't be the only rapper, Nicki. I'm sorry. You cannot be the only rapper, Nicki.
So Luke, what's up, man? Hey, dog, you ever met Donald Trump?
Where that came from?
I don't know. I mean, you done been a lot of places, man. You done got paid to perform for a lot of people.
Listen, man.
You ever met Trump?
I did meet Donald Trump. Yes, I did.
You did?
Yes, I did. He invited me to his house. I never told the
You went to
story.
his house?
They actually tried to set me up and put me on CNN and asked me the story. They told me they was bringing me there to talk about something else, the election. And before you know it, they started asking me about me going to the party at Mar-a-Lago with Donald Trump. It was me.
Really?
It was me, Mike Tyson, Eddie Murphy. And that's why Mike supporting Donald Trump, they're really good friends. So I don't really have no problem with Mike supporting Trump like I have with a whole bunch of other people. You know what I'm saying? But I went to the party and Trump had, Trump was, he wasn't Trump, this Trump. He was cool Trump. He was Trump that hang out with the boxers, hang out with the athletes, hang out with the entertainers, mostly all black. Trump was cool. He had the beauty pageant thing going on where he would do these beauty pageants and and cut deals. Trump really was, I think everything that Puff Daddy is, he took out a page of the book of Trump, to be real with you. Because Trump would have these lavish parties with these beautiful women. And so obviously when you have these drop dead gorgeous women from around the world, what you're going to end up having is you invite the top entertainers, celebrities, they're going to come because you got Miss Croatia, Miss Colombia, Miss Brazil, Miss Venezuela, and you have all those the top beautifulest women in the world,
Right.
and you're at the party. So who's gonna turn that party down? And so Trump, invited us one time to one of those parties, and it was a lot of things going on. I swore to not ever tell, because I don't tell what goes on. I'll take it to my resting point.
Yeah.
But it was a real interesting party that just like the Puff Daddy party, I had to leave early, I would say.
And you got there and they tried to
Mike,
set
you
you up.
come go with me. Eddie, I'm leaving. I'm not gonna stay here. This is a little something here. It's a little too much for me, and I just think Buddy got cameras all over the place, and I would not be caught on the camera and become extorted by the Donald. But he was cool dude. Cool dude. I went to Mar-a-Lago, walked in there. Nice. There's a whole bunch of rooms. There's a whole bunch of doors.
A whole bunch of rooms, a whole bunch of doors.
Door number 1, door number 2, door number 3, door number 4, door over here. It's a lot of doors and a lot of things going in, a lot of doors. So I don't tell what happened.
But somebody tried to set you up.
Huh?
But they tried to set you up. They started asking y'all about other stuff.
No, it didn't get to that point. I mean,
Okay.
Trump was the host. He was walking around, show us the back where the golf course was, big ass pool. A lot of amenities. I mean, it was like going into a castle. I remember pulling up. Had a driver take me there. I wasn't gonna drive there because I wasn't gonna be caught up in the parking lot when it was time to go. It was time to go. Driver, let's go. And that was it. That was it. I can't tell no more of that happened at the Trump party.
People in the comment section saying, I seen Luke in the pool with a crystal ball and 100 women. What the hell did he see at that house to make him say, hey, it's too much going on here?
Why would y'all even try and say that? Why would y'all bring that up? Why would y'all bring up the crystal balls in my video? Why would y'all do that? No, you're not going to shame me into telling what happened. I'm not going to tell you what happened. That is not going to happen. Not here today. I swore.
So they can only imagine you saw some shit, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we were looking at you in that video like, good Lord, that's a lot going on. And you talking about you saw a lot going on. So we can move on, bro. We can move on.
I did see some things.
I can only imagine. Because you showed us some things.
I'm going to keep it to myself. And I'm going to leave it like that, Streeter. We cannot go into... And not especially Trump the president. Trump will have me sitting down in Chrome, calling me an illegal alien, and everybody be like, look, it's not illegal. But you'll be jammed up for about 3 years, sitting up there locked up because Trump think you gonna tell on him. No. Donald, you don't have to worry about it. Luther will not be talking about the entertainment that happened. You are a fantastic host, Donald.
Good, you good with Luke. Fantastic. If you ever need Luke to perform, he all in.
No, whoa.
He all in. No, you got Luke on your side. If you ever need Luke to perform, he all in.
Whoa. Hold on. How did you come to that conclusion?
Well, I figure you want to keep it copacetic. The same reason I think Nelly and Snoop didn't perform. You want to keep it straight up with the president, right? He the president now for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gonna ruffle feathers with the president, even though he's a little off. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna ruffle feathers with him. If Donald would have called you to perform last week, Luke, you jumping out there?
Let me say this.
Talk to me.
Since you want to talk, see, you slick. You just like one of them real reporters where you want to segue into something. Ladies and gentlemen, this is when Streeter tries to segue into something like, okay, let's talk about Snoop. You should just go ahead and keep it a buck. Just say, I want to talk about Snoop, Nelly, what the other boy name is, Soulja Boy, and all these people You just go ahead and tell me that. Montez Miller, what's up, Montez? You need to come on down here and be the producer when you're ready. Hey, let me say this. Let me just say this. I found this very interesting about how much energy, and it was bothering me. It was really bothering me, especially when people started sending the clips out. I did not know Snoop said what he said. 2017, those clips. I did not know he said that. I don't know if you got that clip and you can play it, but I'm gonna just say this. It was bothering me. So I'm still lost for words, but I'm trying to put the words together the right way because I love Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, those are my guys. I love them boys to death. I mean, our relationship go deeper than fish grease. I mean, Snoop, we go way back. We went through some things and we came out of some things, and those are my guys. And so, I mean, go ahead and play the clip.
Ready to go?
For Donald Trump, huh?
Let's see.
So ain't nobody gonna perform Trump, huh?
See what Snoop talking about,
Which
man.
one of you jiggle the boo ass niggas gonna be the first one to do
You
it?
can't hear that, huh?
I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. Which one of you niggas gonna do it first? Osby's the one that performs for himself.
About noon, just thought that I had to be in Compton soon. Before the day begins, before my mother start bitching about my
Y'all can hear.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna be the first? Nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas?
You could take that.
First one to do it. I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out one of you.
You could take that.
Uncle Tom ass niggas.
There you go.
Oh,
which one of you niggas gonna do it first?
I don't want to hear
Osby's
them.
the one that performs for himself.
Okay, I don't. Okay,
That was 2017.
okay. Here we go. So part of me, when I saw it from the beginning, and I was a little disturbed. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I was disturbed. I was disturbed. Absolutely disturbed. As he would have been disturbed if I would have went and performed at the inauguration. But you always know that there are different things that are involved, right? Snoop is, and as this was going on, and it's bothered me in my mind. I'm looking at comments. I'm looking at people attacking him on Twitter, on Instagram. He ain't running from nothing. He just, still doing what Snoop doing his posting on Instagram and all that. And Nelly trying to get out in front of it. Shit that Nelly was saying made no sense. He should have just said, I'm a Donald Trump supporter, and not try and make an excuse for it, because in everything that he said, if you listen to his comments, I don't know if you have that, he just need to just go ahead and say, look, I'm a Donald Trump supporter. Everybody would have been fine with that, which is understandable. Ross, Snoop, it bothered me. I didn't want to say anything about it. I just left it alone. I'm like, okay, because I go way back. I fight politics, and we all have, dealt with politicians. And I go back to looking at, what Muhammad Ali and Jim Brown and all those guys, when they sat down at the table, fighting for Ali because they were doing what they did to him back in the days. And so I look at us as that. We are ambassadors, and we are the voice of the voiceless. Snoop, me, Ross, Ice Cube, all of us, us, OGs in hip hop, and some of the young guys, the Kendricks, and all these guys. We're the voice of the voiceless, right, of the people of the hood. You know what I'm saying? And so when the hood is being attacked by a man like Donald Trump, and the way he had attacked the hood, calling Haitian people, calling the country of Haitian a shithole, calling say Haitians eat dogs and cats and immigrants, the way he went about it and the things that he said about black people, it was just not cool. You feel me? And so that was the Donald Trump that wasn't this Donald Trump is not the one who invited us to the house, who we hung out with. Right. This is a totally different one. He's a totally different individual. That Donald Trump back then was a Democrat that was willing to do anything and help or just be a part of black culture, because he did something wrong when it came to Central Park 5. He did something wrong. But then now going back to this, Streeter, I felt some kind of way at the beginning, but I looked at it like this, and I said, I stepped back, and I took my political hat off, and I said, well, at the end of the day, we are entertainers. And I had to say to myself, have you went to some places, Luke, and performed where you wasn't like, this is not your vibe here. You wouldn't be staying here hanging out with these folks, but you had a job to do, which was go and do a show.
Right.
And perform, entertain these people. They're not my vibe, and get the fuck on down the road. You feel me? I've performed at places like that, not knowing where I'm going at, but even if they did told me on the way there, hey man, you going to this type of place, and this is the crowd. Okay, I'm going to do my job. No different than a doctor. And I asked the doctor this the other day. I was like, if some neo-Nazis shot up a church, killed some innocent black people, and these people came into the emergency room, would you treat them? And the doctor said, it's my duty to treat them.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like you go out and interview people who you don't like. You're a professional. It is your professional job to go and do the job. You may not like who you get ready to interview, might not like them personally, but you have a fiduciary duty to go do that. So then I looked at this, Streeter. So I looked at it from that standpoint, but I did say, damn. But then the saving grace for me was for Snoop Dogg. What Nelly was talking about was on some different shit. I wasn't feeling nothing he was talking about. Fine, Nelly, fine, you're gonna do what you do. But then when I looked at Snoop, and Snoop said, I'm there for crypto. The crypto guy booked me there. I wasn't there for Donald Trump. I was there to perform for crypto, which probably is one of his sponsors. But still understanding the backlash and what you're going to get. Right. You're going to get smoked. But I'm going to give you this, Streeter, and I'm going to put something on your mind. People can feel how they want to feel. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to always love Snoop. I'm going to always love Ross. But I looked at this, right? And I looked at the band from the HBCU. Mm-hmm. They performed at the parade. I looked at the comments. Oh, that's great. Oh, I saw them perform before. Oh, that's lovely. Go my school. I'm like, okay.
Kind of confusing. They posted a GoFundMe and they raised $300,000 when they announced that they were going to go perform for Trump.
Posted a GoFundMe page, raised $300,000 that they could have kept to the school to go perform for Donald Trump. They did not get no smoke.
No smoke.
Zero. Because I sat there and I looked at the comments. Saw nothing on there. Everybody was so happy that they were performing for the president at the inaugural parade. Everybody was all excited about them, but everybody came for Snoop. Everybody came for Ross. I mean, hey, you can't have it both ways. If you say, hey, look, we ain't fucking with Trump, period, then you're supposed to be going at the head of the band director. You're supposed to be going at the head of the president of the school and any and everybody, activity director, any and everybody that had anything with Mississippi Valley going up there to perform for Trump. I didn't see shit, man. I didn't see nothing. People were so excited that they were performing, talking about how great their performance is. They've seen them perform every other place. And I'm sitting there. Go. Don't take my word. Go to Twitter. Go to Instagram. Look at the comments. Nobody had anything bad to say. But again, I know those are kids. They don't know no better. The kids don't know no better. They done took freaking, they probably ain't even into what the hell Donald Trump is trying to do to them and their education and their well-being for being Black Americans going forward. They don't know, but the adults who took them there do know.
Zakir Foster say having students experience the presidential process is not the same. If it's not, I mean, if it's that,
That's it. Hey, that's it.
Okay,
Yes,
so let me
is.
shed some light on a few things. In 2021, right, Donald Trump pardoned Michael Harry O'Harris, co-founder of Death Row Records. Snoop came out and basically thanked Trump for pardoning him in 2021. So 2017 is when Snoop said everything he had to say. Donald Trump pardoned somebody. You know what I'm saying? Snoop could have had, Snoop could have had something to do with it because Snoop now owns Death Row Records, right? You see where we're going with this, right? So we're talking about a business on a level that most people don't even understand anyway, first of all. Okay, fine. My problem with this is that for everybody that's telling Snoop to say no, Nelly to say no, Ross to say no, when them people say no, right, that's a fight that they have waged with Trump or whoever invited them. There's no black party. There's no black place we meet up and be like, okay, listen, all the blacks on the Zoom, we ain't performing for Trump. That is an individual fight he's going to have to wage because nobody in his comment section is going to have his back. So until it becomes this thing that moves together, stop asking people to do stuff that most of y'all probably won't do. That's how I feel about it. Because we don't move together. A lot of times you go up, some of the same people that come after you are your people. When you was running for mayor, I didn't talk to white people in Miami. It was black people saying Luke couldn't run for mayor.
You're right.
Yeah. So we got to get on the same page if we want to fight these fights. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we ain't on the same page, don't be acting Snoop to tell Donald to go kiss off. Because Snoop going to have to fight that himself.
You're right. I mean, maybe I'll call Snoop up and ask him to come on the show and let's have a conversation about it. But from people who I know, I mean, he said, look, I wasn't there for Donald Trump. I was there for crypto, for the crypto, the AI czar, the guy who's in the administration who's going to be taking over these things.
Right.
Snoop is a businessman. And then that you made a great point. He could have been saying, okay, man, 2017, but then looking at what happened with you now, you partnering one of my homies in this record company that I own right now, can be a thing of saying, hey, look, I fuck with him. But at the same time, and just like you say, Mr. 1609, I mean, Trump did pardon Kodak Black and Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
So he has shown his allegiance to the hip hop community, unlike any other president in mankind. Is that is that him pandering?
Could be.
Is that him playing political games? But then you really You realistically have to look at it and say, I sat here earlier and you brought up Trump and whether I went to a party. I sat here and said to you that, yes, I went to a party invited by him way before this man even thought about running for election, when he was a boxing promoter, when he had the clubs and when he had the parties and all that. And he was Puff Daddy before Puff Daddy. Right. And so again, this is the type of people that Buddy would hang around. I mean, Kanye West went to the White House, talked to him, got some people, him and his wife, got some people out of jail, you know. So again, these are things, you know, it's hard. It's hard because it's like, it's a balancing act, but these are things that will make you say, okay, well, fuck it. You know, these people ain't doing nothing for us. You know, like I went on the trail with Kamala Harris when she was running for office. And me and her was the best of friends. Brought her down here, did a big fundraiser. That was her last fundraiser when she was running for president. And then she said, Luke, I'm not going to have enough money. I'm getting out. And she got out and she said, but there's going to be some bigger things that's going to happen down the line. So I'm pretty sure they told her, get out the race, we'll make you VP. And she got out the race and eventually she became VP. But once she became VP, you know, you would hit her up. You couldn't get a hold of her. But at the same time, like this lady got big problems. From getting on the phone and calling me, you got to fucking work. You got to pick up the phone for world people all over the world. So, but at the same time, are some of the people, you know, in your camp gonna hit back? Heard nothing. Then now you into the White House and now you win and you know, I heard, you know, people wanted me to go out there and promote and all that. I did that. But then now you get in the White House and you find all these people. And I found it so interesting, Streeter, you found all these people who I asked to support her when she was running, and they told me no. And when she became the nominee for vice president, you see people posting all these old ass pictures. And then she turned different, you know, even all the way up to the end. You know, I hit her up and hit her people up. And I had one of my homeboys that I wanted to get a pardon for. I got no phone call back. I mean, which is a good dude. The dude is a good dude. He do a bunch of stuff in the community. I mean, for years, even when he went in for whatever he went in for, I'm calling him up and saying, hey, look, I just know I'm gonna get a solid because I ain't never asked y'all for nothing. And shoot, them people ain't called back yet. So they do stuff like that when you get into politics.
Dang, yeah, I remember you sitting down with her.
Yeah. No, they'll fuck with you when they need you. Politicians will fuck with you when they need you. When they need you, they'll fuck with you. If you make enough noise, they'll be like, oh, can you come sit down and let's talk? It's a lot of politics is really, really sleazy.
In exchange for good money, though, right? In exchange for good money, though, right? It's a give and take, right?
I don't take no money from them because everything I do politically, I do it for the people because I really truly believe I represent the silent majority. You know, I represent the people who have no who have no voice, the voiceless. But I'm pretty sure those guys who went and perform right now, looking at what Trump is doing on the first day, when he goes and overturn the 1965 Act, I know they're looking right now, what the fuck did I went and go do? You know what I'm saying? Because Buddy is going after black people in the worst way right now. You know, he's making it his business. It seems like it is personal, the attacks that he's having on black people. I mean, Medicare, Medicaid, running up prescription drugs, anybody and everybody that voted against him, because 83% black men voted against him and 92% of black women voted against him. And so he's going after them in a vigorous way. And then when you look at his cabinet, is only one black person, and he's the person that's overhood that's in his cabinet. So I mean, I know they got to really be feeling it. Ain't the people, anybody that's involved or that has been involved with this man from the black perspective got to be feeling like shit right now because of what this man doing. They refused to sign the Martin Luther King Declaration on MLK Day. Is plenty footage of it. The man said, "There's Martin Luther King Declaration." He's like, "Fuck this, I ain't signing this shit." You know, and be and right on the day of Martin Luther King. I mean, these guys fought so hard. People died to get this bill passed in Congress and Senate in 1965, and to get that, for him to do an executive order on that. Let's keep it a buck. He can't overturn it, but his, you know, because that would take an act of Congress. But I mean, what he did was straight bananas.
So, you one of the few people I know that totally understands this stuff, right? How much can he do? What power does he have?
Well, right now, he could. What he strategically did was take control of the House and the Senate. You know, he created a party, which is a mega party, which is a fraction within the Republican Party. He strategically, over 10 years, you know, at first it was Republican Party, right? And then it was conservative Republicans, and then it was moderate Republicans, and then it became Tea Party. You know, Tea Party became real racist. You know, they would spit on black Democrats and things like that. So you heard about Tea Party. So he then took it upon himself and say, okay, I'm gonna flip from being a Democrat to being a Republican. And he said out his mouth that because, you know, Republicans are stupid. And so what he did is he found his niche with Steve Bannon and a couple of other people, you know, who gave him this right-wing roadmap to getting these folks in rural areas who don't necessarily go out and vote. Republicans are going to be Republicans regardless. And he created a party within the party, which is called MEGA. He got a flag for MEGA. I mean, that should be treated. People should treat that flag right now as the replacement of the Confederate flag. That is what black people should be saying right now. That is the replacement of the Confederate flag, because everything that flag represents the same thing as the Confederate flag. And so we need to start doing labels with them. But the unique thing that they did when they created that mega party within the Republican Party, they hijacked the Republican Party. If you weren't mega, you were going to get voted out or voted down in your areas and all that. So he went mega steroids. That's the same thing that black people need to do within the Democratic Party. Black people need to get rid of all the black leaders in the Democratic Party right now need to go, because they all are full of shit. They all work for some white person. The white people in the Democratic Party are just as racist as the Republicans in the Republican Party, because they use black people to keep control of a party. And that's the same thing that you had going on in the Republican Party, but Trump was smart enough to create a party within the party. So until we delineate from the Democratic Party and say, okay, we're black, because that whole black caucus shit is all a joke, because most people who are in office got some money from a white guy, from a white lobbyist that controls them. Because us as black people, we don't put money in the campaigns, and we don't pay enough attention as to who is putting money into these candidates' campaign. But I can go on all day with that. You know, it's deeper than fish grease. I always do a space and we talk politics, but the politics is deep. We as black people need to get more seriously involved with it and understand it a lot more. You know, they took out the books. So the civic class, a lot of people failed and they didn't pay any attention, which you should have. I mean, Black history books will tell you the things that they're doing right now, because when you really look at the street, they're trying to get, when they were telling them college kids, when them white college students were telling black college students early in the year that you were going to go back and pick cotton, they really meant that.
Yeah.
They really meant that, Streeter. And let me tell you, when you think about the executive orders that he just did yesterday, where immigrants got to go back and even their families and everything. So if the immigrants, if you have the immigrants who are doing the construction, who doing the picking the cotton, who are out there in the fields, who picking the cherries, who picking the oranges and things like that on the trees and everything like that, they take them, send them back. And then what did he say? The immigrants have taken black jobs. So you really think that these jobs right here are black jobs? When you get rid of the immigrants, who you going to replace picking cotton and picking potatoes and picking the oranges? You really think you're going to replace them immigrants with black people? So what the hell is that? You just put us back in slavery.
That's what he's saying. I mean, the bottom of the food chain. Right. So yeah, so signing off on to DEI no longer exists. Going to get all of that. I mean, all of that is basically saying, listen, y'all either figure out who y'all are. Y'all better figure out who y'all are and where y'all power lies. Y'all gonna die individually. Or we gonna attack y'all individually.
And you know enough about AI and script and coding. And if I tell you I'm going to bring 500,000 Indians in here to do scripting and coding and get them H-1 visas to do the work, that you don't know what the hell they're doing, because they're gonna be sitting in a fucking incubator, and when one of them go to talking too much, his ass gonna get shipped back to wherever he came from.
Right.
This is a new world order. And if you don't get on board with what the hell is going on, or stay abreast of what's going on, and don't get your information from the idiot box, Google works. That's a whole nother movie there, man. But we can talk about politics all day, but man, I mean, hey, what the man did this here? The Nazi sign? Shit.
Elon. Elon creative as shit, man. I don't know what Elon got going on. But they done found that a lot of people done did that. A lot of Kamala did it. The Romans did it.
Kamala did that? Come on, Streeter.
Yeah.
Kamala did nothing like that.
A lot of people have did it, but it didn't mean that.
That's some AI generated stuff. No. Hey, when you hang around, when you done let the Proud Boys out, when you don't have nothing bad to say about the KKK and the neo-Nazis, is your base.
That's my biggest problem.
They're the ones who stormed the Capitol, and your homeboy go up there and do this, must go do that. Nah. You can't run from that smoke. No. That is what you are.
I know he's from Africa, right?
Yeah, he's the richest he's the richest African American. I said that on Twitter. Yeah. Everybody had a shit fit.
Yeah, he's from South Africa. My problem is some people attack the Capitol, right? Which goes against everything American we could think of. And our president doesn't have a problem with it. I mean, that's about as black and white as me as it gets. Like he doesn't have a problem with it because it sides with him. So obviously he's about him. Obviously. Those people attack policemen. Those people, and when he was questioned about it, basically he was just like, oh, we'll look into it. And he went into a whole rant. Now, hey, man, there's a lot of people out here that's illegal, murdering people, and they're not getting arrested. Those people serve some time longer. If our president doesn't have a problem with the Capitol being attacked, then we have a problem. Yeah. That's as simple as I could put it.
No, you got a serious problem. You gotta. So on one hand, the police unions all across the country say we love him, we support him, because he say, look, I'm gonna give you police officers full immunity. Right. You gotta watch the play. I'm gonna give you full immunity. Right now they got quantified immunity, but I'm gonna give y'all full immunity. Right? You guys will not be going to jail for anything like anything, you know, when you beat somebody down or you shoot an innocent black person, because that's all you're shooting. But then on top of it, and then come with this false narrative that the liberals want to defund the police. Black people want to defund the police.
Right.
So you come and say, oh, you want to defund the police, but and they don't like police officers. So police officers too dumb enough to then sit back and say, oh, we fucking with Trump. Everybody else is against us. But at the same time, they stormed the Capitol, break police officers' ribs, beat them down, I think killed one of them. All of a sudden, you're for police officers, you let these people out of jail? You just say, fuck it, I'm letting all of them out of jail who vandalized, who what we call B&E, broke into a building, stormed it, broke the windows down, all that. You let all these people out of jail. Really? Really? And you say you for the police, and they beat down police. You say you for the police. No, you can't do that. No, man. When you, I mean, you can't. It's so many things Buddy did on day one. Nobody has to beat any of these entertainers down. They're looking at it right now, and they're saying to themselves, "Shit! If I thought it was one thing, it was another thing." Because they have a tendency of giving and taking, but they keep feeding their base. Is politics 101. I mean, when this man revoked the 1965 Equal Opportunity Employment Act, that's serious. And that's women too. Basically signed the order also saying that, hey, it basically saying you can come in the workplace and because you black, I don't have to hire you. I can actually pay you less. Before you, before it's like, hey, look, you got to pay me the same amount of money you paying Buddy here. No, ain't no more of that. Anything involving DEI, affirmative action, Buddy just totally got rid of. That's what he ran on. But again, elections have consequences. People can sit here and they can cry and they can whine. But at the end of the day, I sat up here and said, get your ass out there and vote. People made all these excuses about Kamala that they wanted to, that they had a problem with her personally, but you could not attack her policy. See, What you have to do is, Streeter, people, you can't worry about the candidate. You got to worry about the policies and the things that you will be losing if that Kamala Harris didn't have to say shit. She didn't even have to have an agenda, but saying, I'm going to protect every right that we have from Medicare, Medicaid. I'm going to keep the Civil Rights Division within the Justice Department. I'm going to just keep this shit like it is and not have an agenda. You should have voted for her because Buddy here is getting ready to undo everything, which he's doing right now. That's going to hurt you. And so that's what you got. You got to live with it. Elections have consequences. I already say that. And so people just going to have to buckle up, buckle down, and take the midterm serious, because you can't take back the House and the Senate in 2 years, because in the House, everybody go back to vote for 2 years, and y'all better get your shit together. That's basically what it is.
Yeah. But in order for him to do something major, he has to have Congress support.
Yeah. But he controlled the House and the Senate. He controlled Congress. See, Bystone, well, whatever the name is. I'm sorry, locked up too many brothers. Okay, well, that's that. I ain't gonna say ignorant, but that's the dumb shit they run around on top of the internet with. Hey, look, you got what you got. You got what you got. You'll see who get locked up and get shot up right now with no repercussions and all that. All I'm doing is you better protect your own. Don't go to crying and talking about you want to march and shit if you voted for Donald Trump. Don't go to crying. No, don't do that. Don't do that. When you walk up in your job and they tell you to take your ass home, don't do that. When they don't pay you the same amount of money, they pay some little 12-year-old who just came out of college doing your job, and they say, we ain't got to pay you that same shit. Don't go to crying when grandmama call you up and say, I need some money because these prescription drugs is too goddamn high. Y'all set up and talking about, oh, y'all worry about Kamala locking somebody up 20 years ago and you ain't want to vote. You voted for Orange Man. Bring me some money, honey. When your homeboy in the hood go to the hospital and he ain't got no insurance and the hospital get their ass a Band-Aid and say, ain't no such thing as Medicare and Medicaid anymore. I'm sorry. We can't treat you, boss. And you're going to tell me, well, Kamala locked up black people in Oakland. Well, goddamn it, every prosecutor lock up black people. Black people in jail everywhere in America. All right. Moving right along.
Let's move along.
Jimmy Butler.
Mr. Plain, man.
Montez, before we go, Montez, you said the Supreme Court has the final say. He controls the Supreme Court. He controls all 4 branches of government. I'm sorry. And he's going to appoint another Supreme Court justice.
That sounds really bad.
This man got immunity. He said he could shoot a motherfucker down on Madison Avenue and not go to jail. At that time, he did not have full immunity. He has full immunity right now. He had the Supreme Court change that. Something that people were like, oh, hell no, that was never changed. So that's a foregone conclusion. So what did you say?
Jimmy Butler, man, Mr. Plain, and now they finna suspend him for 2 more games, man. Jimmy not gonna let up, man.
Must be the money. Must be the money. Must be. Hey, look at man. This Jimmy Butler shit. Boss, I'm gonna tell you like this. I said when he did that diva shit the first time, they need to ship his ass out. They should have left him suspended. And then the first day he came back, he's sitting over there looking like this, all in the chair, the man writing up this thing and all that. He way over there. He done detached from everything that they're doing. I'm like, man, this man's a cancer. Why would y'all even have this man on this team where all these other brothers are on there trying to win, trying to do what they need to do, but then at the end of the day, what? You got this diva over here, this repeated offender. Why? Why, Shrita? You tell me. Why would you let him come back out there and then start him? You started him after he was suspended for unbecoming of a teammate, detriment of the team. Why would you start him? And these sorry ass motherfuckers from the media, they might get flagged. These sorry people in local media around here, horrible. Soon as they get ready to get rid of somebody, then they start emptying out. Oh, well, Jimmy was treated like this, and Jimmy was treated like this, and Jimmy did this, and Jimmy did that. Why you didn't say that when he was doing that?
Why you didn't say what was going on? Right.
He was staying at his own hotel. He was missing flights. He was late. Why you ain't saying that when it was going on? I hate these people around here, man. I do not have no respect for the media around here. Only person in the media I have respect for is you. The rest of them,
ain't in no media, man. We creators, man. We different type of media, bro.
Well, you creative. You're a new version of.
I ain't on the sideline holding no microphone. No, man. We creators, man. We carved our own media lane. Nah, bro. I mean, it's true, man. Everybody wants to be down with somebody, so and they have a boss. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? So they don't have freedom to say what they want to say or how they want to say it. And it's the power, it's the leverage that kind of controls them. You know what I'm saying? You think this is it for Jimmy? Because he can't keep he messing with heat culture now, the heat culture that we said we had.
Yeah.
Like they let them put a dent in that now.
That's what they're doing. He's going after their brand.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to see this dude in the locker room with a Chicago Bulls jersey on, in the Heat locker room, really, with a Chicago. Okay, then the next thing you know, he comes out there with a Phoenix Sun sneakers on. My thing is, I wouldn't send him to Phoenix. Like I said before, I would send his ass to the Antarctic. I would send him to Utah. I would send him to the worst team in the league and ain't getting no better in the worst city in the world. I wouldn't grant this man or what he want, his wish. So you gonna act like a little bitch, and then I'm gonna grant you a wish and send you to where you want to go at with over there to Phoenix? Nowhere in the world, buddy. You won't be going to Phoenix. And I tell him straight up in his face, hey, bro, you ain't going to Phoenix. I'm gonna send your ass to one of these bullshit towns. Now do some more shit. I'm gonna keep suspending you. You ain't gonna get paid around here.
Is that why Haslam was on the team?
That. You hit something. Shit done went bad since Udonis been gone.
Yeah.
Shit went bad. Udonis ain't nowhere around the arena. They said Udonis was going to have some kind of role within the organization. I don't see it. Udonis ain't on no bench. Udonis ain't coaching. That was the enforcer in that daggone locker room. He kept that thing in order. He kept them people off Spo ads. Spo still a young guy, and they look at him like an organization guy. See, when you break up the fabric of the Heat culture, a lot of that stuff runs through UD. UD is the Heat culture. He is the connection to Miami. And when you take him off that team, they should have left his ass on that bench forever, because he was the guy in the locker room that kept things in order. When Jimmy went crazy that one time, UD said, I whoop your ass out here on this court, bro. And Jimmy got his ass straightened real quick because he went sideways in the game.
Right.
But you take UD out. Now, you tell UD to go on out, man. I'm putting UD on the plane. UD, you can come when you want to come. Suit up. You ain't even got to wear no jock strap. Suit up, chill out on the bench, and watch these crazy motherfuckers, because Spo can't do it.
Right. It's a thing in the locker room, right? A lot of times the star is untouchable, right? And that's what people got to understand about the leverage of the locker room. A lot of times the star is untouchable, but UD was like the goddamn guard dog. Like he went outside of that. He didn't care who you were, and it was okay for him because he kind of kept control in the locker room. He kept, you know what I'm saying? You can see it now. This man is doing stuff to a pro team, bro. That's like weird. It's like y'all just gonna let him.
And hey, bro, and for the life of me, I do not understand why there's another organization that wants him. They want that. You got to be desperate to want that. I mean, Buddy is a repeated offender. He did it in Minnesota. He did it in Chicago. He did it in Philly. And now he's doing it in Miami. Yep. I mean, why would you want that on your team? I mean, what you think you're going to be able to? It's like, you know, what they call him, Captain Saberhole? You know, like you, okay, I'm gonna make her a housewife. Some things you can't do.
Oh.
You know, it's like I'm gonna make a whole housewife. You can't do that. There are some things you just can't do, Streeter. Nobody's gonna save him.
He stayed quiet here longer than I thought. He stayed quiet here longer than I thought. He stayed quiet because he goes out like this every time. Every time he goes out like this.
UD. It was because of UD.
Yep.
UD kept Buddy in order. Because if you walk around and look at Spo, you know, okay, coach, you know, but then if you got to deal with UD, oh hell no. Hey man, we doing this right here, man. This is what we do around here, boss. This is what we do. I mean, they don't have no other leader on that team. He the leader. And he done gone rogue. And I'm pretty sure them boys are sitting there looking at that thing like now. They sitting up there talking, listening to people talk on the TV. Oh, what UD doing? Oh, he just getting a check. Oh, they got the old man there. Well, we see the ramifications behind that. Is he Tyreek Hill? Is that the same thing going on with Tyreek Hill? When he take himself out the football game?
No, I ain't gonna put him in the same boat. No, Tyreek didn't do all of this out of Kansas, and he only been to 2 teams, right?
Right.
Yeah, so I wouldn't put him there yet. Jimmy Butler did it like 4 times. Jimmy Butler went against Wade.
Tyreek been complaining all year Omar Kelly wrote an article in the Miami Herald. I mean, just like one thing I can say, I can't throw everybody in the media under the bus, but Omar during the season outed Tyreek. He went off on Tyreek, called him every type of diva in the world. Damn, they called him man a straight bitch. You feel me? Yeah, Omar Kelly went hard on him. I mean, went straight hard. You know, like, hey man, this dude right there doing this dude doing that. Man, he on some whole shit. You know, it's like, oh Lord, Omar. You know, Omar, I'm like, hey, Omar. You know, I be messing with Omar. Went hard on him and basically laid down everything Buddy was doing. You know, which was amazing because you don't normally get that from Miami media.
Well, he must be doing a lot. The Parkway came out of Omar. You know, Omar went to Parkway Middle School. Parkway came out of him. He went to Parkway Middle School.
Parkway?
Yeah, he went to Parkway.
I thought you was getting ready to say like Drew or something.
Oh,
like
man, everybody ain't from the hood, man. Everybody ain't from the hood, bro. All right, everybody ain't grow up eating poking beans.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm from the hood. I'm from the damn hood. You know, I just think everything is hood.
Parkway is goddamn open locker. What the hell? That ain't like that's the suburbs.
Parkway. Listen, man, I'm gonna leave Parkway alone. Okay, Parkway is the hood. Yes, sir, buddy. Parkway is this, but I'm saying, man, I think the town that got soft. I mean,
yeah,
you hear the stories of Don Shula. Don Shula ain't take no shit from nobody. Even Don Shula coached in Miami in days where it was really the wild, wild west, where it was cocaine cowboys. It was cocaine on every corner. It was weed on every corner. It was girls throwing the pee on every corner. Don Shula, it was a wild, wild west. The police was smoking and snorting, and everybody was doing it on every block. But yet he got to go undefeated. And he kept that whole organization in order. Fast forward to right now, the Dolphins the Dolphin players don't even come to practice on time. They come late. I mean, Omar wrote this about Tyreek. I love Tyreek. I think, you know, all the kids love him. My son loved him. He was hurt. Like, Daddy, they getting ready to get rid of Tyreek. I mean, all the kids love him. They look at him like he one of them. But now you coming in late. I mean, half of the team in booby trap. I mean, if the place burned down 8 weeks ago, they probably would have been in the playoff. But I said this. Mike McDaniels, he may have a great offensive mind. You got rid of tough coach Flores because he was too hard on the kids. He was too hard on the players. And you got this guy who want to be one of them, who want to dress like them, look like them, be fly like them, and, you know, soft like them. And now they don't show up to practice on time.
They don't show up to
These
practice.
These dudes don't have no respect for that.
Don't show up to practice on time.
No, they wasn't showing. There was one former player who played for the San Francisco 49ers did a whole article, and he was like, they don't show up to practice. Guys come when they want to come at the Dolphins. They come and they walk it on the field, running out there with their shoulder pads on, running into a drill. They ain't never made the meetings, never made the damn meetings. That's what you got going on over there in Miami Gardens.
Right.
No, I always said this man is like, this dude don't look like he gonna be a leader amongst men. When you a football coach and you in that football locker room, you ain't looking like Dan Campbell, and you ain't talking like fucking Don Shula, and you ain't talking like Bill Belichick. If you ain't talking about old man over there in Kansas City, and you ain't on there, hey, look at man, we finna do this shit like this, bro. And y'all either gonna do it, or I'm gonna cut your ass, or you gonna have to find another job. That man ain't finna do that. That man trying to beat, them people don't respect that man, man. I'm sorry to say it. They don't respect them. Dolphin gonna be trash for another 4 years, and then y'all gave to a damn extension. That's a whole other conversation.
You don't believe it?
What?
Damn it. You don't believe in Tua, dog?
They gave 3 dummies a new contract. They gave Sunshine and Jacksonville a contract. Dummy number 1. They gave Tua dummy number 2. The man got hip problems. The man got a jelly for brains. They didn't draft. Come on. They gave dummy number 3 over there and daggone Dallas, my team, Dak Prescott money. They shouldn't have gave his sorry soft ass. Jaden Daniels got more playoff wins in 1 year than he got in damn 9 years. Make that make sense. Jaden Daniels, more playoff wins than Dak Prescott got in 9 years. He got him in 1 year. Make that make sense. I mean, these dudes, all these dudes want to run in, man. This town that got soft when it comes to sports. All these kids bouncing all over the place. They don't want to play for a team. They don't want to make a team great. They want to go to great teams. They don't want to be leaders. This shit is all bad. Park kids going from one park to another, going to the SPAC team. It's horrible on all levels. Everything that they're doing in the beginning is doing it right now. What you got going on here?
Shout out to Jaden Daniels, man. Spent a little time with him last year. You know what I'm saying? I didn't foresee him having that season at LSU, and definitely about what he's doing in the league, bro. He's on fire. That game was good as shit the other night, bro.
Listen,
he's doing his thing.
I don't think everybody want to see him. Can you show a picture of his mama? Oh my God.
His mama?
Oh,
God.
Oh. The mama.
Oh. Have you seen? I took a few pictures of her.
Now I normally like women in their 30s. You know, I never really go to the 50 club, but that one there, oh my God. And she follows me. She follows me on Instagram. I didn't even know that was her. I just seen this lady keep posting Jaden Daniels. I thought it was a fan. And then I looked on something and they had her standing up and they took a picture. She was talking to the owner and them bow legs. And I'm like, oh my God. Whoa. And then I'm looking on there and I click on him like, shit, that's the mother. She follows me. Oh man. Hey, Streeter. I
took this picture of her at LSU Spring.
Mama. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't have enough money. Oh God. You see that? Do y'all see that? Do you see that, George? Look at the mama. Don't look at my woman any kind of way. Do not comment or look for that is my woman. I'm in love with her. I hope she don't have a husband. Please.
She ain't got no husband. It's her and Jaden. It's her and Jaden.
That's my woman. That is going to be my wife. I'm going to marry her. See that? Look at the mama.
The kids say, I guess sports talk is over. This is sports talk, the kid. This is what men do.
This is sports. This is sports. This is a contact sport. Y'all talking about, see, Streeter boy, you fast with the trigger. You are fast with the trigger.
She tough.
Look at the mama.
She tough now.
What? I know my talent. I got an eye for talent.
Yeah, eye for talent. Luke, Ray Charles can see this now, Luke. Come on now.
I got an eye for talent. You ain't seen it. You ain't want to show Jaden Daniels. I don't want to see him. I want to see the mama. Look, bring me back to that picture. Come on back to the picture where she's sitting there with them legs. Are you freaking serious? Give me that man. Come on, man.
She controls
the picture with the legs. Go back down. No, not that. Not that. Not that. No. When she's sitting there. No, over. Not that. No.
The one I took.
That right there. Oh my God. I'm in love.
Yeah, I took this picture of her. We was at the spring game, man. LSU spring game.
That's my wife. Can y'all send her this clip? I'm in love with her. I'm in love with her. Joy says full contact. Okay, come on. We gotta move on because we'll sit here all day and me confessing my love for her and Uncle Luke in love with Jaden Dan. We're going viral. We're definitely going viral after this shit. Hey, that right there. And you know she in her 50s. You see what I'm saying? Y'all young girl, man, come on, man. Come on, man. Get that off the screen, please, because you are distracting me right now. You are distracting me right now. This is a distraction. All you gotta do is show. Anytime you want to shut me the fuck up, just show that picture right there, and it'll come on, man. Come on, man. No. Okay.
No. Come on, man. You was in the pool with 100 women, man. I know you don't act like that, but I'm surprised to see you acting like that about a red bone, bro.
Listen, that woman fine as all outdoors.
And, nice.
and I'm a sucker
and she's sassy too. She's sassy too. She ain't she's sassy. Yeah. She ain't uppity and yeah.
And that's what I'm in love. I love professional women. I love women who doing their shit, doing their own thing. That's what I fall for that every time. I'm not one of them dudes who be running and scared from a professional, beautiful woman. That's what I like. I can't deal with Boshika and Moo Moo and Goo Goo and all that and be talking all that wild shit. Going to the mall every day and what you doing? I can't do that. So meanwhile, back at the ranch. So you like Tyreek Hill, you feel like Jimmy Butler should go, and Jaden Daniels is gonna win the Super Bowl, correct?
Yeah, I want to see Jaden win it, man.
What happened to Lamar? We did all this talking about Lamar last week. What happened?
Lamar showed up, bro. I think he showed up. I mean, he played his ass off. A lot of people don't understand. He did have a fumble, right? But he has the ball in his hand every play. You know what I'm saying? So
he can make up.
When he got that ball back at the end of that game, me and the villains was watching it in the membership, right? And I said, listen, bro, snow, rain, fire, Lamar has to get this ball to the goal line, and he has to finish this game. There's going to be no excuses for him, right? And then the one excuse, you know what I'm saying, that nobody would have thought, this man hit Andrews wide open. This motherfucker dropped the ball. I think Lamar off the hook, bro.
And you know it ain't Lamar's fault because just like you say, Tom Brady, we seen him throw interceptions in the Super Bowl and go down 28 points and bring his team back, in against the Atlanta Falcons in a surreal moment. I mean, Lamar, when you're the quarterback, you have opportunity to make up for your mistakes, unlike a receiver who drop a ball or a running back who fumble the ball or a defensive back who give up a bomb. As the quarterback, you control the ball. You can make up for those things along the way in the course of a football game. But Andrews, in my opinion, I just felt early on that this dude was point shaving. I'm sorry. I felt like he was point shaving. I felt like he knew going into the game plan was surrounded around him because the young fella from Broward was out. And the game was going to run through him. It showed you the game plan. It was Henry. The coverage that they were running was going to allow Andrews to be open running down the field. The man dropped like 3 footballs. The man fumbled one. He fumbled the ball, dropped the ball, and he was butt naked wide open the whole time. So there was no reason in the world for him not to get off. He did catch 5 balls because at the end of the day, he should have caught at least 12 balls. You add the 5 with the ones that he dropped, and then for the life of me, when they were on the goal line, I'm sitting there, my son's sitting there, we sitting there praying for Lamar, and we looking like this. And I'm saying to myself, please do not throw it to Andrews.
Really?
I bullshit you not. I said, please don't throw it to this motherfucker here. Because this man here, he ain't working for Lamar. He ain't working for, he on some different shit. And that man rolled out. He looked in the back of the end zone. He looked for somebody else. And then it was Andrews. And then all that was covered back there. And then there were Andrews. And he threw the ball just as nice and as gentle as he possibly can throw it, where even a baby could catch it. And that man did this here, and the rest is history. And the people in Baltimore is burning up his jerseys and everything like that. You can't make it up.
He hadn't lost the fumble since 2019, bro.
Really? Was the game too big for him? Because I've seen people choke, knowing that the game is going to run through them. I've seen people choke. Was it too big for Andrews, you think?
Oh, no.
They say the NFL is rigged. I think the NFL
point
is
saving.
rigged.
You said point saving. That's kind of deep, but
think about
he
this.
looked sick the whole game. Luke, he looked sick the whole game. He looked out of it the whole game.
Streeter, the spread was 1. In some books, it was 1.5. They get the extra point. They say you win the game by a touchdown or whatever field goal. That's somewhere around the spread. So they lost the game by how many points? But that's a factor. But the thing is, this dude single-handedly screwed this team from going to the next. They lost by 2. They lost by 2. So now, you think the NFL ain't rigged? You think Vegas ain't got something to do with this shit? They lost by 2. The book was 1.5.
People always think that in order to rig something, right? When you hear rig, you think that everybody's in on it. They have a meeting and it's a script. No, in order to rig something, like you don't even have to go to Andrews and offer him money. He could owe somebody money. Like it can happen different ways. Like he could be in debt with somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it don't always have to happen like where NFL players are rich. Like why would they take money to? You know what I'm saying? It can happen in different ways, and you don't need everybody involved to rig something. You need one referee, 2 players, 1 player. Like Zay Flowers was out, so everybody and their mama knew that they had to go. They was going to Andrews, right? He's the next. He's the Lamar guy.
All season long. All season long.
Shout out to Zay Flowers, man. U School.
Yeah, U School Zay Flowers. I mean, all season long, man. When you have a situation like that, and you go home and you look at the spread. I remember, God bless his dead, Derek Thomas, my good friend. I was in Kansas City. He invited me to come to a game. It was a Monday night game. And I went there, went in the locker room. After the game, went in there. We left the game. And before the game, I was in there. We hollered at him. He was like, Luke. I was like, hey, man, we started talking about the spread. And he was like, man, I don't understand how these people can say that we are favored by 6 or 4 or anything way back then. I don't understand how they can say that certain people are injured and they've been practicing all week. This Derek Thomas telling me this. He said all of a sudden they say this dude is injured, he won't be playing, and the spread is 6 points. And he said, I'm still, for the life of me, these people ain't, we're more than 6 points better than them. I know that for a fact. I look at the film. But again, hey.
Derek Thomas, my cousin, man.
Really?
Yeah. He just grew up down south because he was bad. He didn't grow up with the rest of his 8 brothers and sisters.
GT, I love his mama. I was talking trash about the game, and she texted me, Kansas City, baby.
Yeah.
DT mama text. You think Patrick Mahomes getting the Jordan treatment in the NFL?
Yeah, and I also think, I mean, when you get to that point, you kind of deserve it. Like, you deserve some type of treatment. When you're that guy. It's only a few of those guys.
Really?
Yeah.
So he can go dance around the sideline and hold the ball, act like he's not going out of bounds, and somebody hit him, and he's supposed to get a flag in that situation.
Somebody has to be protected. I mean,
so Lamar gets drugged up under the stands and don't get a flag. Jalen Hurts.
That was horrible, dog. That was a hip tackle. That was a hip tackle. That was horrible when they tackled him out of bounds. That was horrible. I'm not saying don't call. You asked me a question. Now, you asked me, does he deserve? And I said yes. You didn't say you didn't ask me, does Lamar deserve to be treated like a like a rag doll? No, he don't deserve that. But I think certain guys. I remember Roger Bell told me a story about Kobe Bryant, where it was evident that Kobe Bryant was getting preferable treatment from the refs. He said Kobe Bryant looked at the ref one game and basically looked at the ref and told the ref, "Hey, call it straight." He said, and that night he got more free throws than he ever got in his life.
The game is definitely rigged. Speaking of rigged, the police locked up our homeboy Sapp.
Yeah, they did.
And they did not know Warren Sapp had his own body cam. They locked up our homeboy Sapp. See, I knew about this because he was telling me about it. You got the clip when he got locked up. Here we go.
Yeah, dog. I talked to Sapp for an hour yesterday, dog. They messed with the wrong one.
Doubling the speed limit, right?
I don't know. She's writing the ticket.
No, I just heard her say that.
But I was I understand that, but like I said, with the amount of traffic, I'm trying to educate you, man. And
it's okay.
The amount of traffic that's
and Shar, we got this.
Is not double 35.
Our family got this.
Is what I got in on my
That's
radar.
not double 35.
Take it to court, but it's
No, it's not double. But you're saying you're doubling the speed limit. You can double it.
Okay, but
30,
you're
you
going
have
over the speed limit.
I got that, but you said doubling the speed limit, and you didn't double the speed limit.
Okay, well,
There's no reason to exaggerate it when you got the
well, I
number.
got it, and I wrote for what I got.
I got you, but you said out your mouth doubling the speed
what I
limit.
said, but I didn't write it for double. Then I wrote it for
No,
what I
but
got.
what you're saying is incorrect.
But just for future reference, through this
You'd like to be correct, that's all. Factual. Hold on, I'll stop at what? No, there you are. You're telling me to do what? What do you mean? Stop what? I'm dead at serious. Dead at serious. Obstruction is a physical thing. I'm not in between. Obstruction is a physical thing. You know that, right? You do know that, right? Obstruction is a physical thing. What did I do that physically obstructed? What did I physically do? It's a physical action. Obstruction is a physical action. Not freedom of speech. Not freedom of speech. You know, that's constitution protected, right? Yeah, that's right. What's your name of that number? 588. What's your name of that number? What's your name of that number? What's your name of that number?
Proof Fair, 734.
Proof Fair, 734.
You're being detained. Detained on your
Detained for what?
I'll take that.
Detained for what? What am I being detained for? What am I being detained for? What am I being
Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
I've never seen a dude can fly that fast.
Hold on. You gotta say that again. You gotta say that again.
I've never seen a dude can fly that fast. For everybody who don't understand what can fly is when guys get shot and he's not fighting back, he's not being aggressive. Warren Sapp complied faster than anybody I've ever seen in my life.
Comply.
Hey, now hold up now, because I'm gonna get into this. Let it finish. Because we're gonna get into this a little bit.
I'm not listening. What am I being detained for? Please report. What am I being detained for?
Everybody back up. Back up.
No, hey.
Back up.
Okay, so Luke, I was officer for 14 years, right? Correction officer. I'm gonna tell you where tattoo officer, big tough guy, effed up at. This way he fucked up at, Luke. When he asked Warren Sapp, "Hey, you want to get arrested?" and Warren Sapp doubled down. He said, "Oh, he said you want to get arrested." He said, "Are you serious? You want to get arrested?" And Warren Sapp said, "You're damn right, I'm serious." He backed the cop in the corner, right? And his ego wouldn't let him not arrest Sapp. Because he backed him in the corner and basically said, "I'm dead ass serious. Now what you gonna do?" And his ego did not let him. Now they ass getting sued for $20 million.
20 million. 20 million. And he need to sue the dog shit out of them for more than 20 million. Because again, all that was, like that little judge that you see on TikTok is arrested while being black. Now, mind you, this happened early in the year.
Mm-hmm.
And Sapp was going back and forth with them. Give me the film, give me the body cam. Obviously, somebody else was filming it. Give me the body cam, give me the report. It was like, ain't no report, asking them again for apologies. He really didn't want to get to the suit part. He just wanted the chief of police to give him an apology.
Yeah.
Apologize to him for being treated like that. What happened? They was like, "No, we ain't giving you an apology.
We ain't giving you apology."
Yeah. So then he ended up saying, "Hey, he called me and said, Luke, I need a lawyer." I gave him one of my lawyer friends, and I ain't gonna recommend him no more. And then he got this lawyer, and they sued him $20 million. $20 million. And you know, and let me say this here, boy, you're right. Because we had one young man up here saying, "Oh, he might need Prime might need to let Sapp go," and all that. That's the first thing that we say. IMAX. Is he one of the villains?
No, he ain't one of them.
First thing people want to say.
I don't think so.
First thing people want to say is, "Oh, they may have to relieve him of his duty." No. And just like Kobe said, Prime ain't letting Sapp go. Prime already understand. Don't you think that Sapp went and called Prime and told Prime, "Hey, Prime, here's the deal. This is what happened"? Because let me tell you, when he started telling me, I started going off. Because me and Sapp, that's like my brother. I started going off. God damn, man, Prime just gave you opportunity, man. What the hell you done did? Hey, hold on, Luke. Hold on. Listen, hold on. Let me tell you what happened. And so when he started explaining to me, I was like, "Man, that's bad. That's effed up."
Right.
I understand. That's bad. You know, and that's the thing, man. You know, one thing about Prime, and I can tell y'all this, Prime love Sapp. Prime understands the world. Prime don't fall under pressure. If that probably would have been another coach, then another black coach, the first thing they would say, "Well, you know, I got my job to protect. You know, I'm gonna have to, man, you know what, man, I know how it is, man. I'm gonna have to let you go," and all that there. That's one of those black coaches that don't have no cojones, and then they don't really run the team. Right. They still subjected to, you know, massa. When you run your team, you go up in there and you say, nah, this is what happened. You know, hey, look, this shit might come out in the media, but the people wrongfully arrested him. I looked at the footage. Y'all look at the footage. I'm standing behind my homeboy. You don't find too many people like that. So Prime knew about this a long time ago. The lawsuit just came out right now in the off season. So, I mean, that's how it is. So Sapp went, coached the whole year, did an excellent job, got more sacks than Miami did. Oops, I'm sorry.
Did he? What? I'm gonna check them stats, man.
Hey, you don't think Sapp was doing better than Salavea and Jason Taylor?
Salavea and Jason Taylor. I gotta check them stats to see if my dog.
You don't think them two Hurricanes over at Colorado didn't do better than those two? Don't you want? Would you prefer having Sapp or Jason Taylor? Which gold jacket you would have? Let me hear that.
Of course, I would have Sapp at Miami. At Miami, yeah, of course, I would rather have Sapp.
I'm glad you didn't waver.
Why would I waver?
Because I was worried about. You see me, I'm rocking FAU today. I'm rocking FAU.
I would rather have Sapp. I mean, Sapp wanted to coach, obviously, but people thought he was joking. Now, you know what I'm saying? Prime figured out a way to get him on the staff, and Sapp took it like a man. Hey, what my title is? Okay, all right, let's ride.
Let's ride.
Yeah.
Hey, that's my boy. See, one thing about Prime love his Florida boys. Prime love his Florida boys. If I tell Prime right now, hey, man, I want to coach, man, Prime going, come on, huh? What you waiting for? Come on. That's my guy. I love Prime to death. That's why ain't nobody can tell me nothing bad about Prime. You know one job. I ain't gonna say Prime said this, but there's one job that Prime would not waver off taking.
Oh man, don't say it, man. I'm finna turn this shit off. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't even say it, dog.
I'm gonna tell you the job he would not take. I'm gonna tell you the job he would not take.
Okay.
He would not. Prime would not take the job at Florida State.
I believe that.
People think Prime, for some kind of reason, gonna come back. Oh, the Holy Grail is gonna come back. Oh, we messed up. Did I ever tell you the story of that? Did I tell you that story? See, Prime won't tell stories
about
how he didn't get the job at Florida State. So Willie Taggart gets fired. And by the way, Shedeur was his first commit. He was committed to FAU, just so you know. Shouts out to my man, Coach Perk over there. I'm so looking for Coach Perk to go on the Footballville show one day to tell his stories of his history in high school football down here. But Perk, running back coach over there, arguably one of the best running back coaches in the country. I don't know why he's not coaching at the University of Miami, but that's a whole nother story. So Tiger got fired. Prime went to go do the interview. Prime automatically know because he's a smart guy. Say, I'm not going to get this job. So Prime went to his homeboy, his roommate, who's on the staff, the D-line coach, and say, hey, look, man, neither one of us is going to get the job. Let's go in here together. If we go in here together, there's a strong possibility of us getting the job. I'll be the GM, and you can be the head coach. So the brother said, I ain't going to call no names.
Wait, go.
He said, no.
It's nasty work, man. We need names. No?
Odell
who?
Fuck it. Odell, the D-line coach.
Oh, shit.
That was his roommate at college. Since you want to be nasty and nasty work,
nasty work, man. So he went in there with Odell. Okay.
He went in there with Odell. He told Odell, say, Odell, we got to go in there together. Odell said no. Because Odell hadn't talked to some of the boosters, and he already knew that he had to be interim head coach several times and that he was going to be able to get the job.
Wow.
So Odell said, no. I'm going to get the job. Don't worry. I'm gonna get this job here. Odell, and then they go in there separate. Neither one of them got the job. They end up with Norville. Prime then gets in his car. He's hurt and emotional. That his alma mater didn't give him an opportunity to be the head coach over there or even coach on the staff. He gets motivated, get in the car. Then he goes and he calls up Jerry Jones. Watch it. He called Jerry Jones. Jerry, I didn't get the job. Jerry didn't say, okay, fuck it. We're going to go to Arkansas, my alma mater, and we're going to go down there. We're going to get in the car, fly here to Dallas because they got an opening over here. I want you over there, Arkansas, anyway. Prime gets in the car, fly to Jerry. Jerry and Prime get on the jet. They go to Arkansas. Prime go take the meeting. And what ends up happening? Arkansas people get Prime the job. We love it. Let's go. Then the chicken man heard about it. Big Booster. Oh, the chicken man came up in there. Ain't no this, ain't no.
Say it. Say it.
Chicken man, ain't no nigga from the coach at Arkansas. We ain't gonna have that. Ain't no nigga over here to coach at Arkansas. Oh no. Jerry, like, hold on, but I'm spending as much money as you. And said, well, I spend more money than you, Jerry, and I got more money than you. Shit. Motherfucker, I sell chickens. You sell goddamn seats. I sell to the world. You sell to the people of Dallas. And I got all the money. So you can take your boy and y'all can get on back to where y'all came from. Prime just said, okay, fuck it. I ain't gonna get no job. Let me go down here to Jackson State, take this here place here, renovate this, run it like an organization. I'm gonna prove to these people that I can coach.
Damn.
I'm gonna prove to these people that I can coach. I'm gonna go to HBCU, prominent HBCU, big stadium, nice everything, and I'm gonna lead this place better than I can. Prime said, I'm going down here to this HBCU, Jackson State, turn this thing upside down, turn it around, treat these kids like 5-star kids that they are. And on top of it, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring my son and my other son. You and my one son is over there playing in South Carolina. No, you got to come on. Then I'm going to go recruit the #1 player in the world, Travis Hunter. Everybody's like, nowhere in the world Travis Hunter is going to go to no HBCU. Nowhere in the world. He's already committed to Florida State. Nowhere in the world. So I'm going to get a double whammy. A double whammy. I'm going to stick it to Florida State. You ain't get me as the head coach. I'm going to stick it to my alma mater. And then at the same time, I'm going to bring the #1 player in the world, high school player, to Jackson State. I'm just finna screw up the whole system. They're all going to hate me. They're going to cuss me out. They're going to call me everything but the child of God. They're going to tell Travis Hunter, you're making the biggest mistake in the world. You cannot make it. You're ruining your draft stock. Your whole career is going to be over by going to Jackson State and playing. So they told Prime, they told Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter said, I'm going to coach. Fuck that. Prime said, you come go with me. I will make you a first-round draft pick, Heisman Trophy winner. You will be somewhere in the money, in the conversation. They didn't turn out Jackson State. What ends up happening, the man in Colorado say, shit. Prime said, oh, I'm going to Colorado. What? We going to Colorado? Prime goes to Colorado, take his Louis William. Oh, he's being too brash. He's being too hard on the kids that are in the room. Like, look, man, y'all motherfuckers want him forever. I'm just going to explain to y'all, I'm coming with my groceries, I'm coming with my bags, and they Louis. People started hitting the door. Prime started bringing more people in. He didn't win X amount, 4 or 5 games first year. People had only won 1 game. Come back, critics all talking all that smack about him. It's never gonna work. It's never gonna work. Come back the next year, what happened? Rest of history. Son going first-round pick. Travis going first-round pick. At Miami, we ain't got nobody. We got one guy going first-round pick. He wasn't developed by us. I don't want to throw that in, but I'm gonna tell you this. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right here. I told you the one school that he would not coach at.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I just something in me. I just feel like I know what you
can't tell you. Prime Dream School.
Oh no.
Y'all think it's the Cowboys?
Oh no.
Prime Dream School, a dream place of coaching, is not the Cowboys.
Oh no. Don't do it.
Prime dream place of coaching is at the University of Miami.
Oh shit. I knew you were finna do that though. Damn.
I'm sorry. If y'all gonna ask him, he gonna say no comment. And what no comment means.
Oh
Just
my.
imagine Prime at the university. I only said that only two people. I did not recommend Prime originally, but right now, what he's doing in college, there's only two people that I would recommend at the University of Miami. Prime number one, Lane Kiffin number two. I always say Lane Kiffin. People don't listen to me, but again, the people at the University of Miami, they don't listen to me. Nobody listens to me. If they ever listen to me, we will have about another 5 more national championships. We have another. We will still be having first round picks in every draft, like we had, like that run we had. But they never listen to me. Why? They don't listen to me, Streeter. Why do they hate me so much down there? You know,
they think they know
you're an insider. I need to put you on the full screen for this, Streeter. You need to go on the full screen to tell the people why they hate me so much at the University of Miami. Why do they hate me? You're so
why they hate you. I mean, I don't understand why they would hate you. I believe you were a big part of building the culture of the University of Miami. I mean, you were a national rapper on a national stage wearing University of Miami gear on your album cover, you motherfucker. You ain't even get paid for it. Like, on your album cover. Why would they hate you and why wouldn't they listen to you is beyond me, because I think in the 80s when they weren't good and they were becoming good, you were the catalyst of the brand. That's the bottom line. If you put Kendrick Lamar and USC stuff all the time on their album covers, it will change USC program. We're talking in a time where there was no social media. The only time we got to see media was on television. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get to see it as much. We only got to see what they gave us. So why would they hate you? Like, you need to have a statue there. You've done so much for the program. That's beside all the helping the kids from the inner city at the program get acclimated, making them comfortable, whatever people want to talk about that went on with the program and you and a lot of those guys. Nobody will hate you. Why don't respect you is the question. My question. Like it doesn't make sense. Like, you won't never say this, but we know for a fact when people come up to me out of Florida, they say, "Hey, I'm from Mississippi, man. I'm a big Hurricane fan." And I be saying to myself, "How?" And they be like, "I remember 2 Live Crew used to wear those jackets." Now, I understand you're a prideful dude, and you know them other people ain't never gonna give you anything, but I ain't letting you go out like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna say it. You ain't never gonna say it. Because you know there's nothing gonna come back for it. The University of Miami was selling more paraphernalia than the Dallas Cowboys in the 80s. And it wasn't because goddamn Michael Irvin was scoring touchdowns. Because we just saw Alabama run college football, and that brand never got as big as Miami was. You know why? Because they had a fucking pop culture rapper wearing this shit. That's the bottom line.
And they tried to do it at USC, but that didn't happen. Streeter, let me say this. Let me say this. I appreciate them kind words that you said about statues and all that. My love for the university is deep. I always tell people it's never about a coach. People get me misunderstood. They think I hate coach this, coach that. I was fortunate enough to be around when Snellenberger was there, to see him build a place, to Coca, to Jimmy Johnson. You know, I was there when Ed Orgeron coached at the University of Miami, and Tommy Tuberville, who I don't like right now, was coaching at the University of Miami, and so Butch Davis and so many other great coaches who coached at the University of Miami, and I understood the culture back then, and I understood what they were trying to do. But more so, I remember being a kid with my football jersey on, playing at Noah Optimist on Miami Beach, and then only you get into the game for free with your jersey because nobody was in the game. And University of Miami was getting the brains beat out of them by Nebraska, Notre Dame, you name it. Anybody at Oklahoma would come down here, just drag us. And so I sat there amongst the other 1,000 people as a kid, cheering my team on and praying and wishing that one day we'll be great and we'll get them all back. So I would tell these guys these stories on the team, on a Thursday when they all would come to my house and we just sit there and chop it up about it's really Miami against the world and nobody has any respect for Miami. I'm sitting there with Carl Selma was the coach and when they got Lou Saban from Buffalo, these are head coaches that they brought to the institution, and then it got to the point where you had E.J. Baker and Kerry Baker and Chuck Foreman and all these people playing, and George Meyer Jr. From Key West. I'm there during those times, Streeter. So this shit cuts real deep with me.
Mm-hmm.
It cuts real deep, and that goes a long way back. I'm not some New Jack 12-year-old Hurricane fan. I was there when it was really, really bad. And I was there when it changed. I was sitting in the stadium when University of Miami played Florida A&M, and Florida A&M beat University of Miami. And they came back, and Howard Schnellenberger said, fuck this, y'all, we're not going to get beat by Florida A&M anymore. And he looked down the roster, and he saw most of those guys who just beat him came from Miami, came from Liberty City, came from Northwestern, came from Carol City, came from Dillard, came from Ely, came from these schools around here. And that gave them the ideal of saying, okay, we got to change the way we operate around here. Because at that time, they didn't want black people in Coral Gables. Only a few that they would allow him to have on the team. And he said, fuck that. And he changed the culture. And I'm sitting there, I'm a ball boy running around with the ball and all this out there, just helping out. I love my team. And then that's when the shit started changing. And then they start getting guys on the campus. And now they got some guys on the campus that was a little rough around the edge from Tampa, Jacksonville, and things like that. Now they coming to Miami. And yeah, they did dumb shit on the football at the school.
Right.
And now me as a rapper, I'm, they looking up to me. I got the Club Strawberries. I got the Pac Jam Team Disco and all this going on. And they want to hang out with me and all these things. And then now I didn't took it upon myself, Streeter. I ain't never tell nobody this story. That I need to go down there and be a mentor to these dudes. Hey, look, man, let me explain to y'all the opportunity that y'all got. See, Dan Le Batard, who made his career off lying on me about, paper play and all these things. He went and got Charles Farm and Bernard Clark and say, I paid them. And they said that I never paid them. Now, maybe I paid somebody else. That's our culture down here. Our culture is you run, get a good touchdown, and you make a big hit. Uncle Bob gonna take care of you. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when all these things are going on, I'm like, okay, man, y'all got to chill out with this wild shit down there. Do you understand that these white people in Coral Gables don't want you? Do you know what it took to get black athletes like yourself to be able to come and play at this number at the University of Miami? I told these guys these stories. And then they realized it, damn, man. So don't fuck it up for everybody else. This is what I would tell them. I'm a big rapper and all this, running around the world nationally, motherfuckers talking all this shit. Everybody like, why is the rapper on the field? Well, the rapper was on the field telling them the story and the history of Coral Gables, of the university, and the guys that you're going to affect down the line, the guys that are going there right now. You could have been, you could have fucked them all up because the school is in a situation they're like the Vanderbilts or the Yales of the world. And at that point, they were getting ready to get rid of football at the University of Miami because it wasn't making no money for them. So when I told these guys these stories, then they like embrace it. Oh shit, Jerome Brown and Bernard Clark and not Bernard Clark, but Jerome Brown and Melvin Bratton and all these guys, they sat there and was like, Winston Moss and all of them. Man, we understand this opportunity that we have. Don't fuck it up for everybody else. So now I'm looking at right now today, the JoJo's, the Ray Rays, the all these kids, the goddamn Jacoby Georges, the Extrapos, and all these kids, all these guys who would not have, they could have let the academic standards stay so high, because right now it's virtually impossible for you to get your kid if they're not playing sports in the University of Miami. Because of high academics and the standards, they could have just went Duke on your ass, and nobody could be able to get in there. They could have went Yale or Harvard or went to any direction to then make it where African-American kids can't get in there. And even with Trump right now, you can't, all that DI shit, affirmative action, your ass ain't nothing guaranteed. They don't have a quota to meet no more because y'all let Orange Man in there. But at the same time, I'm telling these dudes this story, Streeter. They're understanding it, they're embracing it, and then they're saying, okay, we got to play for this city. We got to play for Black people. We got to play for ourselves.
Man,
it ain't about us. And they went out there and tried to bash motherfuckers' heads in like nowhere. And then when it went on, Brent Mossberg, y'all are not one of the Alabamas, or y'all ain't the Nebraskas, y'all ain't the Oklahomas, so they're going to talk shit about you. You ain't going to get no calls. You got to play through the ref. And that's what they did. And that's what built swag. So my love for the university cuts real deep. I only want the best for them. I've had conversations with the head coach on numerous occasions, and I've recommended coaches to go down and coach with them that I feel that fits the bill, that will bring in the type of guys that will handle the guys a certain type of way to get us back to the promised land. And obviously, none of those guys were hired. So I really don't even mention that shit no more. I don't mention my opinion. Guys who I think should go to the school there, who I look at film every day and look at them and say, oh, this motherfucker got that hit, knowing where they come from. I would normally recommend them, not even on my team. I stopped doing that, Street. I just backed up.
So back up a little bit. So starting from where you saw us start from, the reason you put the University of Miami clothes on is you just did that just because you wanted to be somebody repping something like NWA rep Compton, and we didn't know what it was, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to put that on because we had no presence in the world.
Right.
We had no University of Miami was nobody really put on. That was my team that nobody knew about. And nobody cared about University of Miami football.
Man, say that shit again. Nobody knew about it, and nobody cared about it at the time. Say that
nobody,
shit again.
They weren't even a thought. They weren't even a thought. University of Miami wasn't even a thought in the 80s. This was me in the 80s. We stayed up there, fuck that shit. We got our shit on. That's why I got a little chuckle because I saw the head coach on the trail this week, and he had his 2 Live Crew hurricane jacket on. So I'm like, okay, coach. Hey, coach Mario, okay, baby, I see you. And I tweeted it on Twitter. I see you, coach, with the throwback on.
That throwback jacket. Was anybody wearing that throwback jacket with the stripes?
No.
Man,
nobody was wearing that. No.
Man.
Nobody wore that. I went and found those jackets. Mind you, Fresh Kid Ice was from New York. Brother Marquise was from Alabama. Mr. Mix was from California. Them dudes ain't know who the hell University of Miami was either. And I said, no, we gonna put this shit on. And we put it on, stood up there, the bad boys. And so Miami took on the life of that, us. the Bad Boy Rappers, Bad Boy football team. Them was my guys. And we steered their ass in the right direction. And as long as I stood on that sideline, we won national championships. We only lost one national championship. When I was on the sideline, that was against Alabama in the Sugar Bowl, when we played them. And Geno had won the Heisman Trophy that year. And we lost the game. When the man took the ball from Lamar running down the field, he took the ball from Lamar. Lamar was complaining the whole game. Man, he ain't threw me the ball. He ain't threw me the ball. So I went down there to Geno on the sideline. I said, Geno, Lamar wide ass, so throw the motherfucking ball. Geno sitting there like he's seeing ghosts. I say, Geno, you okay? Geno said, look, just throw it to Lamar. He wide ass open. Geno threw the shit to Lamar. Lamar running. Man, the man that took the damn ball out of Lamar's hand and then came over there to me with the ball. Yeah, motherfucker. Who was it? That boy
Chris Gamble from Dillon High School, right?
No, that boy live in no. He live in the DB. He gave me his jersey. What a damn jersey at. He lives in Alabama right now. He live in Huntsville, Alabama. Called me the other day when I went to
George T. Right?
That man, he got drafted to the New England Patriots. That man took that goddamn ball and boy, because I was talking trash on that side. See, we been on that sideline talking trash. Man, you ain't got nothing, bro. You garbage, bro. You garbage. And they talk like, boy, they put a dude on our sideline. They had to hear what ended up happening. That man took that ball, brought that shit to me, and dropped that thing on the ground. I said, oh my God. I said, oh my God. I had the cake face. I went drunk up all the liquor, on Bourbon Street. I said, this is unbelievable right here. But yeah, man.
Bro,
no, we go.
Yeah, man. You never talk about this, I think, because you know nothing ain't coming back. What you did get for it, though, was Dan Le Batard at the time, who went to the University of Miami, started coming after you, like Russian coming after you, saying that you was on the sideline, you was paying. And that was the weirdest thing in the world. Now, you and Dan Le Batard okay now, right?
That's my good friend. I tell him all the time, I say, Dan, I made your career. I say, you don't face it. You getting all these multi-million-dollar deals. I need to see my check. You need to send me a check. Because Dan would run behind me. I'll be on the golf course, and he would be sitting there. You know, I go do a golfing event. You know, after the golf event, you go to the dinner. Dan sitting there trying to interview me. Hey, I heard you paid some players and all that. And I would look at Dan. I put Dan through so much. I had a golf ball one day and say, hey, man, count how many times the golf ball bounce up and down. And if you can count how many times we bounce up and down after I'm tired of bouncing it, then I'll then answer a question. Did you pay Charles Farms? Did you pay Charles Farms? No. I don't even know Charles Farms like that. He wasn't one of the guys. Did you pay Bernard Clark? No. No. Like, come on, man. I said, Dan, what happened? Did they screw your girlfriend? You went to the school. Why would you be sitting there interviewing me? Then he wrote the article anyway. Then he came back. I didn't say, oh, you didn't do that. They didn't, none of them guys could prove that. Then you know what ended up happening?
What?
He came back when Bush Davis got the job and tricked up the words when I said Ryan Collins was, when Bush Davis originally came in and said, I'm changing everybody, the quarterback changing and all this. Now, mind you, Ryan Collins had just averaged like 350 yards a game the previous year. So I'm sitting up there like, oh, hell no, you ain't finna do that, the young black guy like that. I'm bringing my own quarterback. I'm bringing all this here and all that and everything. I'm like, you ain't finna do that. So I got out there and had a conversation with Dan Le Batard. He writes in the newspaper. I said to him, hey, man, they ain't going to do that to Ryan Collins. I'm going to tell you like that. And then he said, oh, what? I said, I'm just saying they ain't going to do that to Ryan Collins. They ain't going to do that to that brother. They ain't gonna treat him like that. And then he wrote in the article, Luther Campbell says if Miami doesn't play Brian Collins, he's gonna tell everything and give them the death penalty. That's what he wrote in the article.
So why you cool? Why you cool with him now?
I say, damn. I say, you really? Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing? And everybody, man, listen. I end up, let me tell you like this. I don't hold grudges, Streeter. There's only one person on earth that I hate. He can get ran over by a car right now, and I'll just ride right by. Matter of fact, I'll just hop out of the car and take my Johnson out and piss on him. There's only one person in the world that I would do that to. But I don't hold grudges. It's not that deep. I'm like, okay, well, all you media people fabricate stories and y'all do stuff like that. You know, y'all make this shit up to glorify yourself, to make yourself look bigger than what you really are at the end of the day. So, I mean, hey.
Hell no,
After the article, I became friends with Bernard Clark. He was like, I never said that. And Charles Barnes, I don't know what the hell happened to him. I ain't seen him since.
I got a question for you. So when you started wearing the hurricane jackets and y'all was traveling around the country doing shows, did people from other places start wearing the jackets?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Everybody wore it. I would go do concerts. You know, one of the biggest areas where you would go, where I would go perform, and the whole audience would have it, was in New Orleans. The whole audience, everywhere in the country, they would come with their UM jacket on. People embraced it because UM at the time was like Georgetown. You know, Georgetown brothers at they were more like Georgetown, UNLV. So they were like, man, everybody, you know, the hood wanted motherfuckers that they could relate to. Duke and North Carolina, all that shit, they weren't relating to them. I mean, the hood ain't related to Jordan and all them. They related to Georgetown, John Thompson, UNLV, running Rebels, because they were fucking, you know, basketball hardcore. And so when Miami came along, they related to the hood. Miami was the version of Sexy Red right now to the hood girls.
Mm-hmm.
That and the hood loved them all across the country. They didn't even give a shit about their own team because their own team, whether it was Georgia, Alabama, LSU, they looked at that as sellout cookie cutters. Everybody wanted to be a Hurricane because, hey, you got this 2 Live Crew rocking this shit. They bad boys, they embracing it, and them boys out there doing their thing, dancing in front of people's face, cussing them out, jumping in their chest. You feel me? And so again, they embraced everything that during those times that people wanted to see. So when people talk about the swag and all that, we bringing swag back. We got swag and all that. That's just they just using the brand. That's really it. No, they ain't about their life, because if you was really about their life, you'll get those kind of players out there. Bringing swag back is about competition. Every day, the best player plays.
Right.
One go down, another guy get an opportunity. You know, that guy go out there, he gonna play, he gonna compete, he gonna work hard, he gonna go out there, he gonna show out, he gonna show up. I mean, that's what it's all about. He gonna get in the motherfucking face and he gonna say what he gotta say. He gonna keep on going. He ain't gonna do no bonehead like headbutt somebody on the 4-yard line. No, that ain't swag. That ain't shit talking. There's a time and a place throughout the course of the game to do that, and then there's certain times. So you gotta play the game the right way.
Right. So I ain't letting up on this. I ain't letting up on this shit. So if you go to a concert, right, and it's 30,000 people there, and half of them got on University of Miami shit, right? That's licensed apparel that goes back to the University of Miami.
Yep.
Yeah, well, nobody making that in they goddamn. That's licensed apparel. So when I always say this, is what I'm saying is that the team did it on the field, but you were the branding and marketing for it.
At that time, there was one point in time that the University of Miami apparel there was only one apparel that sold more than them, and that was the Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys. We're talking about NFL teams also.
At one period of time, they put it in the newspaper, they said the apparel that the only group that's selling as much as just as much as the Cowboys is the University of Miami.
Luke, them people owe you, bro.
Hey, listen, man. It's almost like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know, like Rodney Dangerfield, we'll never get no respect. You know, it's like the Hall of Fame. The things that we've done for hip hop,
right?
The things that we've done for the culture, things that we've done for the city, and they ain't gonna do that. I mean, it was some commissioners had a problem when they named the football field that I helped get built after me. So I mean, it's people in this town, a lot of powers that be. It's a love-hate thing. The powers that be hate you. They want to be you. They're mad about you. But it's always the reminder is always the people. Like when I went the other day and I did the concert, the Usher concert, and we performed out there, and the people lost their mind. It was a beautiful moment, because the people went crazy when I came out. That was Miami, and that reminded me that these elected officials, politicians, these haters running around here, no, these people love me here, because there are times that go on where you feel like there ain't no love for you, where there's people who are in these positions and they say they Miami, and them people ain't Miami. Miami is, we love one another no matter whether you black, white, green, purple, Hispanic, Cuban, Jew, whatever the fuck you are. That's who we are. And the people who are, those people respect that. The people on the ground floor. And that's what it's all about, Streeter. So we need to end this right here because you're going to keep asking me all this Miami stuff.
No, bro, we're going to tell these stories, man. Let's get up out of here, man. We're going to hear 2 hours. But we're going to tell these
2 hours. Hey, but I got to show you the politician that I might decide. I'm gonna show you this politician that I might decide to go up in Washington and help. Beautiful lady. See, it's the two things I'm really thinking about, either running for governor. Y'all got to tell me in the chat, should I run for governor or for Congress? Because this lady here, she needs help in Congress.
Somebody's campaign coffers really are struggling right now. So she gonna keep saying trans, so that people will feel threatened. And child, listen, I want y'all to tell me whether or
Do
not.
not call me a child. I am no child.
I want
Don't
to
even
find
start.
out
I am a grown
which
woman.
of those
I'm 47 years
emails
old. I have broken
actually
more
have.
glass ceilings than you
Chairman,
ever
I
will.
am reclaiming my
Let's go.
time.
You will not do that. I
Order.
am not a child.
I am
not a
reclaiming
child.
my time.
If you want to take it outside,
Mr.
we
Chairman,
can
the committee is not
Okay.
in order.
Order.
Point of order. Point of order.
Order.
Emails.
See what I'm saying? See, hey, it looks like it's, huh?
You know her?
Yeah, I know Jazzy.
She
You
needs
know
help.
about that Jasmine Crockett. That's she.
Yeah, I know about her.
Is she something else or is she something else?
Yeah.
She let their ass
Yeah.
out. No, she let their ass out. I was gonna run, but once I found out that you can only make $30,000 and they have to do anything over $30,000, you have to go through the ethics commission to find out. Well, they told me, oh, you're gonna make $30,000 and earn income plus the $170 they give me. I'm like, oh hell no, I go to the broke house. And so all your stuff need to be in a trust and everything like that, which something you know about. I was like, holy shit. I got to put in all my stuff in a trust, and it was down to the deadline. So I got all my affairs and all everything in the trust. Everything is, my son is the trustee, the 15-year-old. So I'm able to run for office if I decide that I want to run to go help her out. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, Streeter, I know I'm on your mind. So we're going to do this. Can we agree to do this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then just run replays? Or do the people want more than that?
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm down.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to have Nasty Work, Streeter, yours truly, Uncle Luke. We're going to leave you once again with a throwback of the Luke Show.